better.
All rise. The 14th District Court for County of Washington, State of Michigan is now back in session. The Honorable Judge Grace at the judge's design.
You may be seated. These comments do not necessarily reflect the view of the Mylan Pines Apartments versus Kim Ballard.
I'll speak on behalf of the plaintiff. Good afternoon, Judge Simpson, Brant Rashinsky, K4238, on behalf of the defendant, Ms. Ballard. Mr. President, you can come up here, Kim.
Your name?
Kim Ballard.
All right, thank you.
We have a COD to present.
You do? Go ahead. What are the terms?
You want to put the terms on the record? Ms. Ballard's going to vacate by 12/15. This applies to her and all occupants, and it's a COD with the no notice and immediate reinstatement and read if she fails to leave. I don't think that's going to be an issue. She's getting ready to leave.
Is that correct, Counsel?
Correct.
All right, very good. So you're going to submit that to me?
We're going to email it to
Jane. Okay, very good.
right now.
Okay,
Okay.
fantastic. Thank you guys for working it out. I'm glad this did not involve an animal. All right. What you want to, they're going to email it, so.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Can we get your computer off of the?
Oh, okay.
Approach real quick for another minute.
Yes, you may. Court does call the case of Mylan Pines versus April Palmer and Deborah Palmer.
Dallas Frickman for the plaintiff.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yes,
Oh, no.
it's true.
I know. Oh, no.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Is it too late for me to pass?
It's never too late.
Go ahead, sir.
Under MCR Rule 8.120.
Okay, start out your name and what you're intending on doing. How about that?
Sure. My name is Sam Fisk, and I'm a student attorney with the Civil Criminal Litigation Clinic at the University of Michigan Law School. We're seeking to practice under Michigan Court Rule 8.120 under the supervision of Sarah Sallin to represent both Deborah Palmer and April Palmer in this matter.
All right. Good afternoon, Ms. Sallin, and permission to practice is granted. All right.
Good afternoon, Judge.
All right, you two, what are we doing on this one?
It's a termination
Mr. Freeman,
case.
you got these guys, and
I know. It's a termination case, Your Honor. The lease is long expired. We're asking for judgment of possession only.
all right. And what do you have to say, counsel?
We're seeking a short adjournment in order to file our answer next week.
That was last week.
Yeah, I thought, how long have you been representing the defendant?
We received the case in late last week, but we actually haven't received the filing documents from the plaintiff's counsel. We reached out twice last week and didn't receive anything. So we got the complaint and the summons from the courthouse itself. We still don't have an official notice to quit. So the grounds of the termination are unclear to us.
My understanding is there's no lease, or the lease expired.
Long expired.
So you're saying you didn't get the notice?
No, we never received any of the filings from the plaintiff's counsel. They reached out twice in the past week. So we've essentially done 90% of the legal work on the answer, but the actual substance of the legal claim, we didn't know really until we spoke to the client. Even then, it's not obviously clear.
That's got to be a University of Michigan thing. I don't know how you do 90% of the legal work on something you don't know about.
Yeah.
I do. We didn't do things that way in Maryland, but that's okay.
Your Honor,
That's okay. They're teaching a new kind of law.
This is just a straightforward term.
I know.
There's nothing complicated about it. Yeah.
Well, except the counsel's claiming he doesn't have the documents, which I'm a bit confused about because I received October 24th, a week ago, and then you say ultimately you got them from the courthouse, but you didn't get the notice.
No, we didn't get any of the attachments. So we got the one-page complaint and the summons, but the notice to quit was not attached.
Well, I'm going to trust that he didn't get it, and I'll let him take a look at it. I'll give him 1 week to take a look. I'll adjourn it to November 2025.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Time,
Thank you, Your Honor.
2 p.m. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Judge.
Pardon? That is it. That's an in-person hearing. And Melanie, you didn't say anything. What's up?
I was letting him take the reins for.
Oh, okay. All right. You probably didn't think a judge would just say, "Hey, what's up?" All right. Have a good weekend, you guys.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Barnes and Barnes versus Rosa Bannock.
Your Honor, Ellis Friedman on behalf of.
Your name?
Panic.
All right. And where are we on this case?
In talking with Ms. Bannock, it sounds like she's filed a 539. Is that accurate?
You mean the
The Hawk form?
rental assistance?
Yeah.
She did.
Okay.
And so I think she's entitled to another adjournment in any event. You don't have an answer from them yet?
Not yet. I was waiting for an offer letter from my boss, and then
Pardon?
I said I was waiting for an offer letter from my boss, and he never gave it to me. So I ended up sending my first pay stub and my time card because he.
Oh, you needed to supply some
Yeah.
type of, and so you didn't get the information from your employer that you thought you were going to get. So you sent what you could.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't want to sign the COD just yet because I didn't want to be ineligible for help. So I don't know I don't know how it works, to be honest.
Okay, you said a lot of things there.
Sorry.
We offered her a
That
COD, but it hasn't been fulfilled yet.
It has, yeah, I haven't signed it.
You haven't signed it because you're trying to figure.
Yeah, I asked.
Okay,
So
all right. That's
plus the payment was supposed to be Wednesday, which I was kind of unaware, and they sent it to me yesterday. I got sent the COD yesterday, and the payment was supposed to be the day before yesterday. Yeah,
so the dates of payments need to, well, let me ask you this. The payment that would have been due under the COD, do you have that or?
I don't get paid until next week, next Monday, to be honest. And I thought I was gonna be able to pull the money out because the app that the thing that they use offers that you can pull money out. And I thought I'd be able to pull more than I thought, but I'm not.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So let me just try to put it this way in a nutshell. The COD is not really objectionable to you. You're just trying to figure out everything.
Yeah.
And the monies you thought would be available aren't available, but you'll have something come Monday.
Yeah. My paycheck.
I gotcha.
And then she's also said that the funds for Hawk are not available until November to pay November's rent on time, and they'll pay the arrears.
The people at Hawk told you that?
That's what I was told last Monday.
Oh,
Yeah.
that means
Have funds for
okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's okay. It's just that some of the funding's been a little bit weird, but if they told you that you're gonna get it.
Yeah, I guess that's what they everybody.
Pardon?
I guess that's what they've been telling everybody.
Well, maybe, but that's not.
I don't know how it works.
Well, I used to know, and then all right, here's what I'm gonna do.
Sorry.
Let's do it this way.
There's a lot of things I've been trying to navigate lately. Like I just recently was a victim of domestic violence, and now I have to navigate that, and being a single mom, and I don't have anyone out here. So all of this is just coming at me at once. So I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. And let me ask you this: are you? I'll adjourn it to November 7th, 2025. At what time?
2 p.m.
At 2 p.m. in person. And you brought up something, and just to explore, there isn't an issue of child support, is there?
No,
No? Okay.
I'm not going for child support because he can't hold a job. But you will see me on Monday, by the way. So.
Okay.
You'll understand
All right,
more on
I guess I'll
Monday.
say I look forward to it.
Yes.
But if if you wanted, so that you know, if you wanted to pursue that, whether or not he's holding a job or not does not necessarily stop somebody's obligation to pay for their child. So I will tell you that. We have a program here through our friend of the court set up through this landlord tenant case where we provide assistance and a connect for you to talk to the people at the front of the court.
Okay.
We can give them your information so you can begin that process. If you would like not to do it, you can make your own choices, but we want to make sure that you can explore all options that you can.
Okay. I mean, you can still give me the information.
All right. Well, what it is, we'll get your email. We'll send that off to the front of the court and they'll contact you.
Okay.
All right. Fair enough?
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
you,
Sounds
Your Honor.
good. November 7th, 2 p.m. All right. Thank you. It's a Burns and Burns versus Annette Brown.
I'm going to move to dismiss that, Your Honor.
All right. Very good.
She made that payment, that big payment.
Deb, she made it?
Yep.
All right. Case is dismissed. Wonderful. Take care. Court calls case of Amanda Raines.
Fellow treatment for the plaintiff.
No, I was gonna say as he was walking up, I said, he is not Amanda Raines. All right. Your name, ma'am? All right. Nation case, where are we?
I have been unable to make any headway with Ms. Raines. Just a termination of tenancy, straightforward. She doesn't have a lease, not paying rent.
All right. Ma'am, what's your position on this?
Good afternoon, Judge Simpson. So what happened was, thank you so much for allowing me to come back today because I was here last Friday. And because I got served a few days before last Friday, and I wanted to take the time to find legal counsel. And I reached out to U of M student legal counsel and left
The
messages.
clinical program? Yeah.
I didn't get anything back. And then I called Ypsilanti legal counsel like 10 times and I couldn't get through there. It said unavailable to take calls due to high call volume or something over and over again.
Are you talking about legal services
Yeah.
over at Nipsey? Okay.
So I couldn't get any legal advice. So I just like trying to read things online. So this is kind of the breakdown. Stefan and I were together I lived in that home for over 5 years. I always paid my rent. I paid half the bills. I paid for so much of the home. And we were going through a breakup, which basically turned us into a roommate situation. And I always paid my rent. And then he asked me for the rent. And I said, use it out of my rent credit because every year he kept my rent credits. And I asked him for it and he would never.
Your rent credit, I don't.
Like taxes and stuff, because I paid half the rent. I never got a rent credit from him. And I said, okay, can you use the rent credits for my taxes towards this rent payment? And he said, done. So I took that as a yes. Well, I was looking for a place to live and I couldn't find anything. And I went from working a temporary job to not having a job to trying to find another job. And I said, I have $800 for you for the last 2 months rent. And I have it on text message. And he said, no, I don't want it. He goes, I want to stick to a time frame because he served me paperwork. And he's not the landlord. He is the landlord's son. And he does not have a current lease. His lease expired in 2011. And his mother said she would never give me a lease because we were in a relationship. So I am not sure what to do. I just received a new position with a new company and I just need time to move. And now it's on my record that I have an eviction. So I'm looking and it's going to be kind of hard with this eviction on there because I think that landlords can see that. And
Well, I don't. Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry. And it's just that I offered the money and he sent me a notice saying for non-payment of rent and I offered the rent and he declined it. And I have to do that, but
No, I got you.
my cell phone in, so it's all on my cell.
Okay, couple of things. I'm not sure as I look at this, there's gonna be, I doubt you did, Mr. Friedman, Oh, boy. Have you looked closely at the notice to vacate?
I can.
Couple of things. One, because we called it a 30-day, but theoretically it's a 1 month notice. I mean, certainly there's a day issue, but the basis for the notification to vacate is for non-payment of rent for July. I don't know, did you get you have your copy, Mr. Fisher?
Yes, I have my copy, Judge.
You see it? You got it?
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure if this, I mean, read one way, this is a non-payment notice, but it would be defective in that regard. And read another way, if it's a termination notice, you can't have the basis for the termination to be non-payment of rent. If the basis for termination is that she just doesn't have a lease. So I think there's a problem with the notice. I'd have to look at that a little bit more closely, but I'm not sure that this notice is proper in its form to invoke the jurisdiction of the court. It would be my concern because of the language on it, but also because of the language this notice does not contain, which is required.
Well, obviously,
be on the scale for.
Yeah, obviously, we didn't draft it.
Yeah, well, I was making that clear at the beginning that you did not. The other concern that I have, and she raises a point, and it's been raised before, but I never had to particularly rule on it. In these cohabitation situations where rent is being paid in part, there have been claims about the rent credit. And I really do not feel like looking into everybody's taxes. I don't feel like any of that. But if in the filing of her taxes, she does not claim a rent credit or doesn't use what she's paid, yet in the filing of his taxes, he did, theoretically, that money, and again, I haven't ruled on it, and people would have, I mean, it's been raised, but I haven't had to rule on it. She would be entitled to that credit, is particularly if she's asking for that credit to go against her rental obligation.
Well, I think that
5 years. So
Pardon?
I have to receive my rent credit in 5 years that I asked for.
Well, Your Honor, hang on.
Well, the 5 years may be a bit much, but let me put it this way. I hear you, but I don't know that one goes back 5 years saying I didn't, because I'm not going to go into every little bit of the arrangement that the two of you had. I'm just not going to do that.
Mike, I think my client would like to just would like to address the court for
Yes, sir.
a moment here.
Yes, sir. How you doing, sir? Fan of your YouTube. She received a couple credits for a couple years. I am happy to also not ask for restitution for previous months. I just want her to leave my home.
Restitution
for any back rent.
She hasn't paid in months, so we're not going to go down that road.
Yeah, I mean, all right. I'm just gonna say this. You two were together for 5 years, right? Somehow or another, you had some relationship. The relationship breaks off, and now one person wants the other party out. That's really what we're dealing with here. And now everybody's trying to bring these legal things in where that wasn't the issue before. Somehow or another, however you guys worked yourself into a relationship, you got to work yourself out of it and treat each other kindly and try to get out of it. She wants to go. I don't think she wants to stay. It's going to be an issue of time for her, is what I'm hearing.
And I offered her I asked her how much time she needed, and she said she wanted to address the court.
That's fine. And I get that she may want to address the court because you're representing him, and she's
It's fine.
probably not a whole lot of trust now between the two of you. So
No, certainly not.
that's right. And I don't trust either one of you. So just saying that. All right. So, I think I'd have to adjourn it out because I think number one, the notice issue needs to be looked at because I need to look at it because I'm not sure that the jurisdiction of the court's been invoked.
I understand. Obviously, I'm going to send out another notice today.
Yes. So you understand that, ma'am? No. Okay. So that I'm getting too technical. The district court is a statutory court. The only way I have jurisdiction over certain claims is that certain things have to happen for the court to have jurisdiction. For me to have jurisdiction over this landlord-tenant matter outside of venue that it resides in the area that I oversee is that the notice has to be correct, the notice to quit. That's what invokes the jurisdiction of the court. On the face of it, I will be honest, I don't think that this notice does, and I don't think I have jurisdiction. If I don't have jurisdiction, then the only thing that I can do with the case is dismiss it. I'm not prepared in looking at it to necessarily make that ruling when I see it right now, but I'm going to adjourn it out a week. When we come back, I may make the ruling that I don't have jurisdiction. If I make that ruling, it's dismissed. What Mr. Friedman is indicating is two things. First of all, he did not prepare that notice, and he wants that clear. And secondly, that he will be sending out a new notice to you, giving that 30-day period at this point. That would not waive any claims that you can make or anything along those lines. It's more a procedural issue than anything else.
Okay.
Did I confuse you more by saying what I said? Okay. All right, guys.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So I'll adjourn this to November 7th, 2025 at 2 p.m. Yes, ma'am.
Because I just started a new job, I had to take off today and it was my first week. Is it possible that I could do a Zoom call?
You can do a request and we will strongly consider it given the circumstances.
Okay.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Court calls the case of Glen Oaks Cooperative versus Kaylee Andrews. No, she's here. She is.
That's a dismissal.
She's trying to make her way up here. Hello.
Good afternoon, how are you? I'm Kelly Andrews.
Did I say the wrong name?
No, you said the right name, wrong pronunciation.
Anyway,
Wow. Wow. Oh, you said it right, but Judge, you mispronounced my name.
okay.
Judge, you called me out my name. You know, you see what she did now?
You called me late for lunch before, so I just want to make just make
Well,
Kelly?
the good news is she has made substantial payments, and we're moving to dismiss.
Kelly, do you have any objection to that?
No, sir.
All right, very good. This case is dismissed.
All right, thank
You have a blessed weekend.
Eric, can I approach for a second?
Yes, sir.
Here.